You guys are looking for 1% psycho, and I'm one of them.
Only 1% are going to be psychos that we need.
Hey, cheers guys. I'm Yannick Norbernard, and here's why I'm the missing puzzle piece for Diary of a CEO. In one of the Behind the Diary videos, Stephen revealed a game changer about getting hired. So this is my high signal message on a high signal medium. Not a boring CV, not a sleazy LinkedIn message, not a form submission that disappears into a folder with 45,000 other applications. No, a public piece of content. And here's what I bring. In my 7 years as an entrepreneur, I've seen every side of the game. Burnout, depression, failed businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses. I fired people and I got fired. I failed and I succeeded. I know what it's like to be hustling 100 hours a week like a fucking maniac, and I also know what it's like to be completely burnt out. I worked with a bunch of very inspirational entrepreneurs, and I have a proven track record of building several successful brands as well as my own copywriting business. So basically, I played the game on every level until I quit. Last year I took a sabbatical, traveled without my laptop for the very first time in years, spent some time in an Indian ashram and recalibrated my compass. I then started my own podcast, named it after Man's Search for Meaning, not to become the next Stephen Bartlett, but to have the kind of conversations that break the taboo on topics society would rather keep quiet, with people like my 77-year-old psychedelic therapist and techno icon Rob Bennett, or my mentor and $100 million founder Robert Paddock. And at the same time, I kept asking myself, like, what's next? Well, until I saw that you guys are looking for someone who builds, scales, and leverages your community. So you want someone who's a community architect. I've run retreats, masterminds, vocations all over the globe, coached and guided hundreds of people, and been actively involved with globally operating organizations like Art of Mondays, Mankind Projects, and Founders Running Club. You want someone who's a 0 to 1 builder. I've been the marketer behind dozens of startups that grew into million-dollar businesses. Plus, I've built my own 6-figure agency, all from zero. You want someone who operates globally. I've traveled more than 35 countries. I've lived in New York City, Medellin, Berlin, Bali, and Cape Town. And I've worked with companies across 4 continents. You want someone who's an entrepreneur. I've worked directly with founders as strategic right hand. I'm an A player that moves fast, thinks in first principles, and takes ownership without needing handholding. You want someone who's an industry insider. You want someone who's walked the walk. 7 years marketing, industry leaders, 7-figure launches. I built Germany's leading psychedelic therapy company, the country's most renowned psychologist, and Richard Branson's semi-legal retreats on his private island on the Caribbean. Everything backed up by nothing but 5-star testimonials. So yes, I've got some experience and I still have so much more to learn. I don't have the most perfect CV, but what I do have is obsession, dedication, and a 7-year track record of building impactful things from zero. I'm not looking for a job, Stephen. I'm looking for a mission. This is it.